clucking the chowds.
Well, hey, welcome. That was the most awkward vlog intro, literally, I think, of all time. I don't know what was wrong with me, but all right. Well, hello and welcome, everybody. Mother Truckin, welcome and hello. Today is Thursday. I am completely disheveled. 7-4 Tango's still playing. I'm completely disheveled. I don't know what's going on with me today. It's been a weird day. It's going to be a really good vlog. We have the best, hang on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting way too ahead of myself, but welcome everybody. Happy to see you here. Andrew, dude, I'm doing great. We're chilling. We're chilling. It's vlog. Exactly, King Rebel. Exactly. Line it up. Today is a day of not lining it up. Things were just not lined up. I apologize for that intro. It was just 5 minutes of spinning with no countdown, no patrons on the screen, but I do appreciate all my patrons. If I could rattle off all of their names right now, I literally would to make up for that because they should be on the screen. I see you guys. I really appreciate you coming out this Thursday. Megs is here. Face Meat's here. Heath is here. Vaporized inventory control. Ben, freaking Michael, freaking Paul. That's the Red Fern version. Rifleman Gunny, Peggy at Peggy, E-Sig Peggy. I don't even think I can say your full name on this YouTube because YouTube will assume that I'm trying to send people to a vape shop or a vape store, and I don't want them to get the wrong idea, even though I am. I don't know if I can say it, but Peggy, the lay money Jan Shark, yeah. Old dyslexic Nick coming out there. The old J Money Land Shark, freaking Phrasing, freaking Mallory, freaking Kip, freaking Drippers. You kidding me? You kidding me right now? The whole band is here? Yeah, dude. Ghost Hunter Todd is even here. Don't worry about ghosts anymore, you guys. Todd's here. We can take care of all of them. Don't even trip. Let me do a real quick rundown and let you know what's coming up tonight. I feel off. Do I sound off? I seem off tonight, but we're going to get through this, I think. I got a beer. I got a hello. I got a rundown. We got beer, but it's not beer. It's actually bourbon tonight. Yeah, we're taking a little bit of detour into Bourbon Town and Weird Korean Soda Town as well, so that should be fun. We're going to talk about what I've been vaping. I usually have Assignment America, that segment. I just straight up don't have it tonight. It fell completely off of the side of the vlog, and it didn't happen. It's just not going to happen tonight. This is the first night in a while we haven't done Assignment America, Assignment Planet Globe. That doesn't mean I don't want to see your setups. Send them. Send them over to me, nick@grimmgreen.com. The Gentleman's Crackle channel is here. I could hear it. I could hear the crackle coming. I thought, what's that? That's the crackle. That's either Rose coming at me from Romania, or that's the Gentleman's Crackle channel driving up the street. Let's see, what else are we doing tonight? What I've been vaping. We got some news. We got a retro vape. We got mail. We're going to have a liquid tasting. We have a bunch of mail, actually. It's going to be great. And the news and advocacy tonight is just going to be one singular video. That's it. Wrapped up, nice and tight. This is Supreme Court hype. Yeah. Supreme Court hype, Wages and White Lion, Triton Distribution. They've been suing the FDA for the last few years. I don't know if everybody's aware, but we've been covering it exhaustively on this channel from its inception through now, all through TBN we were talking about it, but it's finally going to be a thing. We're going to the Supreme Mother Truckin Court. And so I was able to sit down, had a little sit-down conversation with Jim McCarthy, AVM. We talked all about how we got here, how it's going to go, what we think is going to happen, some speculation. He fills in a lot of knowledge gaps that I had about this case, and he gives some really great backstory as to what else is going on in this case. There's some extenuating circumstances that I think is great. I think is spectacular. And we're gonna sit down. Hang on. I don't know why my dog is barking. Yeah, he does. Sorry. I don't know, when your dog's barking and it sounds like a slightly different bark, you're like, that's not like a playful bark. That's not a stranger danger bark. That's like a slightly different sounding barking. Just had to go check in. So we're going to have a little sit-down conversation with Jim for the news and advocacy. I'm really excited to show you the guys this interview we did. It turned out really great. He is just so smart, so insightful, so on it. I mean, if you want to talk about subject matter experts for regulations and in the vape space and in front of the Supreme Court, Jim McCarthy is the guy to be listening to. And hang on, I think there's something in my back pocket. Why are they both barking now in their crates? That makes no sense. That's never happened before. That's never happened. They're just being loud just to be loud. Okay. See, I feel off. Doesn't it feel off? Feel a little bit off. I know. Assignment Planet Globe. I love it. In fact, I might have one singular Assignment Planet Globe. I might have one singular Assignment Planet Globe that we can do, but we'll see. We got two like what things. Okay, is that all? I think that's all. The other thing I want to mention right at the beginning here. There's 3 vlogs left this year. You guys, there's 3 vlogs left this year. We're vlogging tonight, obviously. Next week, Thanksgiving, no vlog. The week after that, DC, no vlog. The week after that, the 12th, hell yeah, we're here. We're here the 12th, we're here the 19th, and then it's kind of the end of the year for me, and then I'll be back at like the second week of January. Don't worry, we'll go over all of this later. That's unimportant nonsense. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. So I guess the first official act, it's beer time, which is bourbon time, which is also weird Korean soda time. Let's go. All right. Well, I got to give a shout out to the Andrew Airing. He has very graciously sent me a very smattering, like his collection of bourbons. I kind of am leaning towards this number 9. I don't know why. Number 9 sounds good. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. What's up, Sorteal? Chillin'. We're about to drink some bourbon, some Bourbon. I think I like number 9 for some reason. I don't know why. It looked the most full. You know, it looked the most full. I'm looking to get real messed up, and I want it to be the most full bourbon that you possibly can. I'm just kidding. I'm not looking to get real messed up. I'm looking to taste some delicious bourbon. And right now, I have number 9, and we're going to pour whatever mystery brown liquid is in number 9 into a nice little Woodford Reserve little snifter glass right here. Maybe, should I be shaking this up? Should we be making it tornado? Can I aerate it? Does that help? Does that aerate it? Chew it, yeah. Well, and we'll chew the Korean soda as well. Yeah, that's going to be messed up on so many levels. Ready for this? Ready for this delicate pour? Yeah, that's how you pour booze. You just glug it. You just pour it hard. Looks like a lot less in there, doesn't it? It's a little bit less. It's a little bit less in there. Janine's a bourbon fan? All right, all right. This is what I like to know. These are things I like. Yeah, we're going to chew some bourbon. So cheers, you guys. I hope you have something with you tonight. Doesn't have to be bourbon. Doesn't have to be beer. Could just be a freaking weird barley Korean soda. Let's go for it. Yeah, it does have a nice color. Janine, okay. Nice color from the subject matter expert. Is swirling it a thing I'm supposed to be doing? You can see it kind of sticking to the side of the glass. I think that's a positive attribute. I'm not sure. Smell? 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 I don't know if this is the process. Cheers. Yowza. That's a big bourbon. That is a big bourbon. Tastes mapley. Am I getting any maple from this? I could be getting some maple from this. Gunny, listen, I'll vouch for some Pappy Van Winkle. Casey and I, in our previous lives, we were drinky people. We like to drink. We don't like to drink so much more these days, but we used to, it was like nightly cocktails and beers, and it was like just a thing. And we have a really extensive bar that we don't drink from anymore, but it's lots and lots and lots of bottles. And people know that we used to be lots and lots of bottles people. And so she still gets gifted things because of the industry she works in. The people gifting her things are, rock stars. So we had a bottle of Pappy, Gunny. We had a bottle of 25-year Pappy that took us like 4 years to drink. 4 years to drink. Just little portions like this. Little tiny portions like this. Took us 4 years to drink. 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10 if that exists. I used to be like a Makers guy. I liked Makers Manhattans. I liked Makers a lot. This is delightful. It's sweet. It's like tree barky. I don't know if that's a thing in the bourbon tasting world. I get a little bit of mapley from it. We're going to tear open this envelope and see what it's really going to taste like, and then I'm going to look like an idiot. Hot. It's a hot one. I never chewed it either, Kennedy. I've never chewed it before I was instructed, I think, by the Andrew Airing, unless it was something else. Unless it was someone else who said that chewing it was a big part of tasting the bourbon. Apparently, I'm not supposed to aerate it in any way, like slurp it like I would with coffee. This is like a chew. Knob Creek is good. Makers is good. Bullet. I like Bullet. I used to be a big Bullet fan. Okay, let's see. This is Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill 7-year. Heaven Hill 7-year. 100 proof. This is just a very solid bourbon. Newer releases from Heaven Hill used to do a 6-year, but they discontinued it. I don't really have a whole lot to say other than it's good. Look at these tasting notes from Andrew Airing. I had a feeling it was good. And then Andrew Airing just said, yeah, you're right. It is good. What you're drinking is good. I think I have the perfect pairing for this, Jeremy. He says, it was one of those bourbons I first hunted down going into Illinois since it wasn't available in Wisconsin. Oh, okay. So he had to seek it out, and it is a good bourbon. I wonder if I could Google this real quickly and see. Heaven Hill 7-year. The Heaven Hill 7-year. The Heaven Hill 7-year. Give it to me. Now, I think I'm going to pair this. With the Proxima, with the GT4S, because, hey, that's not a cheap bottle of whiskey. That is not a cheap bottle of whiskey. Dang. This pays tribute to the earliest days of the distillery from 1939. Dang. #1 selling bourbon in the state of Kentucky still today. The craftsmanship poured into this bottle is the same founding family meets the exacting standards set forth by the Bottled and Bond Act of 1897. So that means this bourbon, Heaven Hill, must have survived the 1920s prohibition. Stevie's Collective, Banana Tobacco. It's called Leaf, something leaf, banana leaf. Can't remember. Can't find the bottle. Oh, Simulation. Sorry, Simulation. Simulation with some bourbon, the Banana Tobacco. I think this is going to be busting times infinity. Naloy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We found another quitter. Hell yeah, dude. I love that. Welcome to the party, pal. It only gets better, you know? You quit smoking with vaping, everything gets better. Your life gets better. It's going to improve exponentially. You can taste food again. You can smell flowers again. You can hop up a flight of stairs without getting winded. It's going to improve your. I love that. I love that. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Here's to you. Here's some bourbon for you. But let's pair it. Banana leaf. I mean, hang on. I just want to vape this because that was rockin' good. Rockin' good. The GT4S, you guys. The GT4S, you guys. And this simulation juice, I can already tell it's going to be good. All right, let's try it again. Let's try it for real this time. Get out of here. Yes. Oh. Don't try to inhale with whiskey mouth. That's delightful. These two, bourbon and this banana tobacco, that is busting. That is a good pairing. Those complement each other so well. Any tobacco flavor in bourbon, I feel like any tobacco and flavor in bourbon is going to be delicious. There's just no way. Let's do it again. Yeah, it's a true facts, Michael Redfern. Public health and tax collectors are the only people upset by quitters. Them and anybody that benefits from people dying of cigarette smoking, all those people are mad too. American Cancer Society, Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, American Lung Association. Sucks that there's going to be no more lung cancer, I guess, for them. Now, I'm drinking this straight out of the bottle. And it's called, they just label it as a sparkling barley drink. I'm going to need a chaser for that bourbon real quick. This is coming straight out of the bottle. Pick this up, you know, you go to your local Asian market. Just go there and shop and just buy things that make no sense to you because it's so fucking fun. It's just fun. It's rewarding. Maybe I have a bit of an adventurous palate and I like trying weird things, but this... Just saw it, don't even know. Wanted to buy it. Saw on the back it said sparkling barley drink. Oh, much love back to Bangladesh. Hell yeah. Bangladesh, that's a tough area to vape in as well. That's a tough area to vape in. All right, let me get this chaser going here. This is a sparkling barley drink. I believe those are Korean characters on there. That smells awful. I'm not going to drink this. We're not. That smells like beef. Beef. Smells like beef. Why does it smell like barbecue? Why does it smell like beef? Why? Does barley smell like beef? Does barley taste like beef? Oh man, I thought this was going to be, you know, at least a little bit good. It's probably in a little bit of an acquired taste. Smells like beef. Just straight up smells like beef. I can't. It says beer. Does this have alcohol in it? Huh. This tastes like the inside of a restaurant. I know, that doesn't make much sense. It's pungent. It's like it's like a restaurant. That's all I can picture in my head is I feel like I'm tasting the interior of a restaurant. It tastes like soy sauce a little bit. It tastes savory. It's savory, if that makes sense. My initial smell of meat was pretty accurate. On the drink down, it kind of tastes like barbecue a little bit, like some Wagyu barbecue, some soy sauce. It is the inside of a restaurant. This tastes like the inside of a restaurant. A sweet inside of a restaurant. A sweet, greasy beef soy sauce. Pair it. I better pair it with I don't even know what I can pair this with. Probably with the tobacco again, right? Probably with the tobacco again. I don't have much on my desk. The pickings are slim. Kitchen guy and couch guy took everything. Cheers. I don't know if you've ever tasted the inside of a restaurant, but it's this. This tastes like the inside of a restaurant. I don't know. You know, like when you walk into a restaurant and it's just like a hodgepodge of everything. You can smell everything they cook. It's like you walk in, you smell steak, you smell fajitas, you know, you smell some surf and turf. You smell all of these flavors. You're like, is that risotto? What is that? It's all of it. All of it is in here. This is like steak, surf and turf, potatoes, salad, soy sauce, chicken, beef. Sweet. A sweet version of all of that. I'm going to try to get my wife to taste this. I need to, if she's not on the phone, hang on. I'm sorry. Hang on. The inside of our coffee pot.
It's like got that acrid, weird, like tainted plastic.
It tasted like soy sauce.
It's like tainted plastic.
Really?
Is what I get. Like the acids and oils from coffee seeped into plastic. If I licked the inside of our coffee maker, that's what it would taste like.
Okay, that's an interesting take. Okay, well, that's an interesting take. She had a little bit different of a take. She said it tastes like the inside of our coffee maker. And I think it still tastes like the inside of a restaurant, but her facial expression, that was everything. That's what it was all for, really, just to see that. Cool. Well, look, we got some bourbon. Maybe we'll do a second bourbon. I don't know. We're definitely not going to drink the last of this, like, whatever restaurant special. I wish I could bottle that up and send a sample to literally all of you. All of you. Advocate for Liberty, Paul Cole, you guys would both, you'd be like, does this taste like a restaurant? Why does this taste like a restaurant? Oh, all good. Yeah, all good, Georgia boy. All good. Hey, glad you got it. Glad you got that package. Appreciate it. Okay, so real quickly, we're going to go check in on some things I've been vaping. I took a lot of stuff down, but there's still a lot of stuff set up. And yeah, Living Room Couch Guy. He's back this week. Let's check in. Let's see what we've been vaping. How about that?
What I've been vaping.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Great to see you again. Just Kitchen Guy reporting in with this, trying to not make it too obvious. You recognize who's on the thumbnail this week? Yeah, Kitchen Guy. Kitchen Guy. Yeah, it's no big deal. You just, office guy said that I was doing such a good job and holding down the fort so well and really pulling my own weight around here. So he said, maybe this week, sure, I will offer you, do you want to be on the thumbnail? I said, thank you. Yes, finally getting some recognition around here, letting me be on the thumbnail. It's a big day. It's a big day for Kitchen Guy. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, but I'm gonna just keep riding that thumbnail hype and just, feels good. Let's talk about what's been vaping out here. I literally only have one pod, and it's the Caliburn G3 Lite. I love it. Everybody here at the office loves it. We're always kind of fighting over this, but I have it for now. Vaporesso, Armor G, Armor GS, these two new bangers coming out. I should have a review really soon. I've just been wanting to vape them more and vape them more and vape them more and vape them more and vape them more. I hate getting on a review and having like 32 puffs. Yeah, looks like you really used it there. I actually have some really tremendous gripes with this thing. Ah, those coil heads are tasting good. On Tuesday, on Twitch, on The Vape Fiddle, Office Guy set up the new Nitsu Slam Cap. Yeah, we got a Slam Cap. Shout out to you, Giovanni, but it's sitting on top of the Nitsu. The Nitsu has never been more of a flavor banger than it is right now, sitting inside this stubby. What liquid is even in here? Couldn't tell you right now. Oh, that's eggnog. Oh, that's eggnog. That's Mr. Steel Valley himself. That's the bottled violence. That's the eggnog. Yep. It's basically eggnog season. This, yes, we'll be getting a review soon. This is like one of the most impressive sub-tank kits I've come across like in recent years from BD Vape. Can't remember what it's called right now. What are you? Raiden, yeah. It's the Raiden from BD Vape, sub-tank kit, cool lightsaber hilt, creamy float drink is on the inside. God, that's good. And lastly, the last thing out here is Bonneville, Mech, RCM, that one RDA on top. The one that I can't ever remember the name of. Kill shot, buckshot, scatter shot, something like that. I feel like I don't love this RDA as much as I used to. I was kind of gushing about it in the review, and it's still good. It's still nice. It's been getting a little bit turbulent on me, a little bit whistly on me. I have nothing to complain about the liquid. It's Luscious's Raspberry White Chocolate Cheesecake. And this is, I don't know if Luscious has a clunker. Seriously, do not know if they have a clunker because everything I've tried from them has just kind of blown me away. And this Raspberry White Chocolate Cheesecake, absolutely. Every time I vape it, it blows me away. I remember, God, that's good. Really honking good. Well, that's it from me, thumbnail guy. No, I won't be thumbnail guy. I'll just be kitchen guy. That's fine. I'm not going to let it go to my head. But now is kind of the bummer part for me because I have to share the stage just a little bit. It's time for Living Room Couch Guy. Well, good morning from Living Room Couch Guy. Feels good. Living Room Couch Guy's existence means that Office Guy has been getting just a little bit more downtime to relax, maybe take in some cinema, maybe take in some television shows. This is a good thing and it feels good to be out here. And I guess the first thing I want to do, I'm going to congratulate Kitchen Guy on finally getting the vlog thumbnail. I know it's something that he has really wanted for a really, really long time. I'm a team player, I don't have too much pride, too much ego. Congratulate him on a job well done. He's been an important part of the operation for a long time. So congratulations to Kitchen Guy, but I've got some much cooler stuff out here than Kitchen Guy has. Firstly, I want to say I'm vaping. I think there's a lot of mixed feelings about this pod, about this Talons 3. It's really impressive. For a pod, it's really impressive. I hope to be doing a review soon. Temperature control. Remember how Pure Max had temperature control, but you couldn't really, adjust the temperature, adjust those things? This has real temperature control where I can adjust the real temperature and it works like a champion. No big deal. You want to go mouth to lung, go mouth to lung. You want to go restricted lung, you go restricted lung. The flavor on these Talons coil heads is honestly legitimatatech impressive. I do have a minivan type of device out here. It's the Oxva V something, VTech V something. I'll remember the full name by the time it gets a review, but this is a minivan restricted lung pocket banger, and the flavor on it really very good. And this is one of the first like Mod Pod AIO little minivan guys that has really good smooth airflow. Stevie's Collective, the Firefight, the oranges on the inside. Delicious, delicious. Of course I'm gonna have a mouth to lung, and of course I'm gonna take what many consider, at least in this office, to be the superior mouth to lung tank at the moment. It's the Dead Rabbit mouth to lung RTA V2. Makes no sense. It's just a Hell Vape Dead Rabbit mouth to lung RTA, but it happens to be, I feel, pretty rad. I got a Target 100 from Vape on here. You know, it's the squishy bus seat, kind of cushioning on the back here. 16 watts, get out of here. Face meat, cheese your guava jelly. I don't know why I always say it wrong. Cheese your guava jelly is on the inside. And lastly, yeah, this is kind of the king. You know, this is kind of the king right now. It's that Yek Life. It's that Dark Star 3D printed Boro. I'm gonna have a review for this really soon. If not tomorrow, then at least by Monday, I should have the review done, or Office Guy should have the review done. Alexa, the 6 is on the inside with the Alexa Radix Milky Peach Gummy. This is one of those setups where it all comes together and it's just freaking awesome. Ha! That's it. This wins. This wins. Yeah, it's good. So that's it. That's what I got. That's what Living Room Couch Guy is vaping. Thank you so much for your time, and it does feel good to be a regular part of this stream again. Right now, I'm going to throw it back to, you know, my boss, my hero, my mentor, the visionary, the luminary. It's Office Guy. Luminary? What the hell is Couch Guy talking about? You see, Couch Guy, that's why you're never going to be on the thumbnail. You suck up so bad. So bad. Visionary. Okay. Well, it's just me. It's just Office Guy. Old GrimmGreen. I've been vaping a few things in here. Some Desk Warriors. I stole this directly from Living Room Couch Guy because this is like the most impressive pod that's been an impressive pod this year. Maybe even this whole year. We'll see. This is the Talon 3. Talons 3 kit, Talons 2 kit, can't quite remember. I'll remember the name when we get to a full review. 6 milligram is in there. 6 milligram Omboyosi mango, and I can do a restricted lung and a mouth to lung with it, which is the weirdest part. I usually can't do mouth to lungs with restricted lung stuff, especially with a 6 milligram, but it's working. Also got some Homeboy Mango in this, you know, like Phrasing was talking about the mix earlier, how he just wants to hold it. This is that for me. I want to use it. Of course, I vape it all the time, but more than that, I want to hold it. Just, it's like a safety. It's like a security thing. Like if I could just sleep with my whoopee. Yeah. 6 milligram Omboyosi mangoes in that. You saw the Proxima, which I don't know why I have to say that with an Australian accent. Shout out Breeze Tones. Proxima. You already saw that. Did you see this? Yeah, this is kind of, I think, just a forever setup. Maybe until the Parsons gets here and I want to put this on the Parsons. Maybe that's in the Vape Mail. That might be wishful thinking. Old school RDA, or RTA rather. Karasu number 11. Cheese your guava jellies on the inside. Nope. You know what's on the inside? Black metal licorice. Black metal licorice. The hand feel. It's so good, Phrasing. It's so good. And lastly, last week's Very Random Liquid Tasting is still kicking around. It's the Dulce from, I believe this came from Shaun of the Dead. Final answer, I think this came from Shaun of the Dead. If my memory is worth a damn, which it's not really, I think this came from Shaun of the Dead. Yeah. Peanut butter chocolate. Damn hell-ass good. That is damn hell-ass good. Get out of here. Dulce. Now, I don't know where this comes from. I don't know where to get it. It's just called Dulce. It's called Nutter Butter Fudge, and it's chef's kiss. It's a literal chef's kiss, quite literal chef's kiss. But that's me. That's what I've been vaping. There's no assignment Americas. Maybe there's one. There might be one. Let's see, Assignment America folder. Yep, there's one, and it's not even, he didn't even send this in as an Assignment America. I just saved it because it's a super pro tip for anybody that owns a GT4S. Adam Breezetones sent this in side by side with the GT4S, and he says, apparently, this is real true facts, I can buy a clone GT4S just for the glass. Just for the glass on it, so I don't have to use the hazy yellow GT4S old glass that's been on here for years and years. I can just buy a clone and put that glass on here. I'm ashamed to admit this is the first I have ever thought that could be a real thing. I've never put two and two together in my head like that and thought, well, if I lost this spare part, maybe I could buy the clone and it would work. That's Breezetones levels of genius right there. That's it. That's Breezetones, and that's his mod, and that's his GT4S, and that's the only Assignment Planet Globe that exists tonight. And I'm sorry. There'll be some more next time. You know, I'll be a little bit more on my game next time. I didn't line it up, you know? I didn't line it up. That's what happened. I didn't line it up. But what time is it? 5? Oh, we got a little bit of time right now. There's a let's roll the bumper. I have a bumper for this, believe it or not. What? So this is just a little segment of the vlog where I like to find some news that doesn't make much sense. This is one. Mallory. I want to shout out Mallory Gates for sending this my way. A Malaysian student was injured after falling from a roof over vaping. What? A Malaysian student was injured on Wednesday after falling from a school roof, reportedly due to feeling lightheaded after vaping during recess. You'll see. The education director for the state said the student had used a vape during break at his time in school. The student, unnamed, allegedly felt dizzy shortly after vaping and attempted to climb down from the roof. However, he lost his balance and fell, sustaining minor leg injuries. The school contacted the police after the student exhibited signs of distress. The student told authorities that he had found a vape device in his classroom before heading to the roof for a walk. Oh, I just found this. And then I unrelatedly went for a walk on the roof. You know, this kid brought his vape to school and went on the roof to like his usual sesh spot and just had a vape. Just had a vape. No, I found it. The student was taken to a local clinic for examination where the urine drug test returned negative. He was later released in the care of his guardian. In response to the incident, 3 students from the school have been suspended and an investigation is currently underway. I don't know how school officials are so aware of vaping, but not aware of vaping at all. Even a little bit. Yeah, found it. No, I just found this. And decided I wanted to go for a relaxing walk on the roof. I don't see what's so fishy about this. Just because I fell off a roof. Unbelievable. Just because I fell off a roof. So the other what thing is, I can't, maybe it's in my history. Oh yeah, here it is. This video is circling the globe right now. It's got millions and millions of views. It's got 3 million plus views. Few people sent this to me. Okay, microwave oven. This is a good question. Which school has an accessible roof? Right? I mean, right? I was never allowed on the roof of any school I ever went to. Any school I ever went to, we had to go out to the warm thing to smoke cigarettes. Not the warm thing. It was in the other hallway. It was between the gymnasium and the freshman hall is where you go. Behind the dumpsters where the smokers go. Behind the smoker. But we didn't go on the roof. We couldn't have got on the roof. Yeah, I'm drinking it. It's past the label line now. Still awful. Still really bad. Holy God, that's bad. That's real bad. This video, right? Everybody's sending me this video. 3 million views, 11,000 comments. Vaping is too good to be true. And look, this video uses a lot of animations and they make a lot of statements. And honestly, this video, I'm going to put a link in the description. This video isn't as bad as I think people's initial reaction to it was. I watched the whole thing and really most of it is accurate. I mean, most of it is accurate. When they talk about the ingredients, it's accurate. When they talk about smoking versus vaping, it's accurate. When they talk about flavors and legislation rules, it's all accurate. The only weird thing about this, in my opinion, is at the end, they kind of just say, well, the real danger is that we don't know. The real danger is that we don't know. That's the only shitty part of this whole video. The rest of it's kind of accurate, like mostly accurate, except for at the end where they say, again, these products are so new, we just don't know. We just don't know the long-term health effects. These products are so new. They've only been on the market for, 17 years, regular use, over 100 million users worldwide over the last 15 years, but they're still so new, we just don't know. And if I was a cigarette smoker and I was watching this, that alone would probably be enough to go, maybe I won't try vaping. That's the real danger of this video, is that it's kind of dissuading people from switching or even trying it. And that's the bad part. That's the wrong part. That's the wrong part. But the rest of it, like, it's kind of new. I mean, it's kind of accurate, but it's fear-mongering, right? Vicky, it's fear-mongering. It's easy to fear-monger. It's easy to fear-monger vaping, because as I've discussed in many vlogs in the past, it's just because people don't know anything about vaping. And so they're easily hoodwinked, I guess we could say. If you don't know anything about a subject and someone comes up and is professing to be some sort of subject matter expert, and then they just lie a bunch of untruth on you, then you've just been misinformed. You have no idea. And that's how they keep getting away with it, because nobody knows anything about vaping. So they immediately believe whatever they say about vaping, most of all because it reinforces their idea that vaping is already bad. If you're walking around the world thinking that vaping's already bad, all you're looking for is stuff to reinforce that belief that vaping's bad. So you're going to glom on to anything that, Cancer Society says, any negative vaping, it's just going to reinforce their beliefs. So yeah, that's where the real danger of that comes from. And honestly, I'm not trying to be overly dramatic or anything like that, but stopping vaping, stopping harm reduction is actively causing harm. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that someone who smokes could watch that video and then just continue smoking and get diseases and die. That's a big statement to make. I don't think one video is actually killing people, but I think the misinformation in that video is keeping people from making the best decision for their health. And that upsets me. That just does. That's it. I don't have any other what the fucks? No, not really. I mean, I have some random pictures, but they're not, that's not worthy. That's not worthy. That shouldn't be on a stream. But yeah, if anybody has any offhand stuff, then send it my way. Patrons can send it on Discord. Everybody else, I don't know, tweet it at me. That'd probably be the best way. Yeah, we just don't know the effects. It's the same argument that they've been using since the very beginning. And to be fair, at the very beginning, and I mean, I remember being around in 2009 and vaping my little screwdriver e-cig, and we didn't know. You know, at the very beginning, there was nothing. There was no science. There was no randomized controlled trials. There were no longitudinal studies. There was no toxicology reports. There was nothing. I just knew that I felt better, and I knew that I wasn't smoking cigarettes. And so, like, that was good enough for me. And luckily, thankfully, later on, science started pouring in, and we know now that these are a fraction of a percentage of the risk of smoking cigarettes, and that anybody who smokes cigarettes would vastly improve their lives by switching to a less harmful vapor product. But even now, just don't know. Just don't know. We might not know. We don't know what's in it. It's only been 17 years. How are we expected to know what's in it? How are we supposed to know what this thing does after 17 years? We only have literally the world's biggest randomized controlled trial going on in all of humanity across the globe right now. It's okay. You know, vaping's going to win anyway. Vaping's going to win anyway. Oh, yeah. Hell, super chats. What am I doing? I am off tonight. I am sorry. I am off. Super chats, go. What is wrong with me? I have no idea. Chef Seamus, gonna be rolling in late. Just got home from seeing mom in the hospital and still need dinner. Yo, everyone, I'll catch you shortly. Yo, Chef Seamus. All good, my dude. Shout out to your mom. Hope she's doing as well as she possibly can. Chef Seamus. Appreciate you. Trey, just have to say, eat good, feel gooder, kick ass in DC, happy holidays, yo kids, F the FDA. Yes to all of that. Also, you know, eat bad, feel good too, because eating bad food makes me feel good. Initially. Appreciate you, Trey. Corn, just the tip. Look, corn dizzle. Yeah, sometimes just the tip. Most of the time, just the tip. Kaz. Hashtag MTVD, hashtag Snackwood. Love you, Nick. Hi, everyone. Hi, Kaz. There's a Kaz package here tonight, Kaz. I'm not sure if you're aware, or maybe you are, that you sent a package and it's here. Gunny, happy MTVD and Thanksgiving, my friend. Love you. Hey, Gunny. Love you, bro. Love you, Gunny. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. It's coming up. We're big fans of Thanksgiving here in this establishment, this household. Andrew Airing, roll on the floor. Yeah, you told me to chew. He says, I told you to chew. I was so new to bourbon when I sent you those. It's a glycerin glass. Remember to breathe out after you swallow. Breathe out after you swallow. Oh, man. I was breathing in the whole time. Andrew, where were you? Thank you, buddy. I still have a few more to go through. We're gonna spread those out, but we still got some more bourbons. Maybe we'll do another one tonight. Let's do a little chewing and exhaling, huh? Yowza. That's it's a lot. It's good. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Kaz. FDH GrimmGreen collab. Last today, tomorrow. Order up. What? It's up. If you're in the FDH Facebook group, the Great Dip. Kaz. Appreciate you, Kaz. Barbara, last super chat for a while. When grandma passes, I'll be looking for another job since she was my only client. Can we fast forward to 2025? Love you. Yeah, I mean, we could fast forward to 2025, but I'm going to enjoy the rest of 2024 if I can. You know, I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving, looking forward to Christmas, looking forward to the new year. You know, cautiously optimistic about what the rest of the future holds, but I'm optimistic. Like I said, I think 2025 is going to be a big year. Abdullah, What's the assignment, Planet Globe email? Can I get in time for today's episode? You can't get in tonight for today's episode, but you can send them on in to nick@grimmgreen.com if you mark your subject assignment Planet Globe. APG even works, but I like assignment Planet Globe. That's my favorite, Abdullah. That's my favorite. But send it on over, dude. I'll get you in at some point. Might not be tonight. In fact, it definitely won't be tonight, but give it a shot. Spin the wheel. Chuck! I'm afraid I won't be around tonight. Oh, having life events right now and my wifey needs me. Yes, your wifey needs you. You go be with your wife. Spend time with your wife, Chuck. I love you, man. I respect that statement so much. Your wifey needs you. Hell yes. Go to her, Chuck. Go to her. I love you, man. You will be missed, and I'm sure we'll catch you soon. Chuck, old raw Chuck. Frank, Yo Nick and the whole vaping community, MTVD. Hell yeah, Frank. MTVD to you too, Frank. Hell yeah. Okay, let's caught up on the super chats. Are there hella chats? Are there chats of the hella variety in here? Just check real quick. Wait for this to load. And that's it. No, St. James subscribed on Twitch. Appreciate you. Ozzy subscribed on Twitch. Michael Redfern resubbed on Twitch. Appreciate you. Oya tipped me and said Melbourne. Melbourne, Oya. And a Melbourne to you too, Oya. Hell yeah, Melbourne. That's what we do. We Melbourne. What I would like to do now that it's 5:30, I don't know. We've been doing retro vaping. You know, we've been doing retro vaping pretty early up in the vlog, and I like this trend. I'm into this trend. So let's retro vaping. We're going to have to vote again. 1, 2, or 3. Okay. I know you guys know this routine. I know you know this old routine. But we're going to have, maybe some repeats. Let's see what we can do here. That's number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. Okay, hard drive. I'm going to eject you. Does your external hard drives ever just fire up and it feels like it's trying to launch itself into orbit? You're like, what are you even doing? I'm not even using you right now. That just happened. Okay. So, thank you everybody for doing the poll in the chat right now. 76% of us are over 35. 24% of us are under 35. This is just some loose market research because I was reading a tweet the other day. Where was it? I was reading a tweet the other day. I thought I saved it. Maybe I didn't. That was, typical scaremongering, fear-mongering about vaping, how it can lead to popcorn lung, how it can, they list off the symptoms of EVALI and say that that's caused by nicotine vaping. Just a pretty cookie-cutter scaremongering sort of tweet from some sort of local county's health department nonsense. And one interesting lie that they threw in there that, I don't know if they weren't expecting people to notice, but they said the overwhelming majority of e-cig users in the US are under 35. And I thought, there's no fucking way that's correct. Not a chance on earth that the majority of vapors are under 35. There's not a chance. Not a chance. So according to this unscientific poll in the chat, the overwhelming majority of vapors here are over 35. So, it's whatever. It's not going to take much to prove that wrong, but they're getting a little bit bolder with the lies and the misinformation and things they say about vaping, again, because most people have no idea. But, just doing some scientific research. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. All right. Well, there's a poll in the chat right now. Wait, is there Tribal Buddha or Urn in the house? I mean, I can't even be a retro vape if those aren't in the chat too. I haven't seen Urn yet. There's a good chance Urn could be sleeping. He's a napper. He's a nap guy, I think. So there's a good chance Urn could be sleeping. The same kind of goes for Tribal Buddha. Although Tribal Buddha could be Tribal Buddha's Tribal Buddha's an ex-military man, so he's very he's probably at work. He's probably focused on something. I just picture Tribal Buddha like dialing in his day to the hour, and being like, well, at 4:01, I'm going to do this. He's probably at work. He's probably making dinner for his kids, for his family. Maybe they're listening. I don't know. I'm guessing that Ern's asleep. If anybody wants to go slide into Ern's DMs and wake him up, that could be a thing. What's up, Jundi? When did you slide in here, buddy? When did you get here, Jundi? How are you doing, Jundi? Hope you're doing well. All right, so you guys don't even know. 1, 2, or 3? 1, 2, or 3? Please vote. 1, 2, or 3? What are we retro vaping? 1, 2, or 3? Please vote. Please vote right now. Please vote right now. In fact, I'm just going to put some... This is just some... While you're voting, just vote. Just please vote, everybody. The Sunday Shed Time Nap, Michael Redfern, is something that I actively look forward to. I actively look forward to it. Oh my gosh, my dog. I know. Let's see where we're at. Wow, 41% of us are into number 2. That's fascinating. That's going to be an interesting one. If it goes there. Oh, Bogan. What's up, Bogan? Nobody likes Bogan. Appreciate you, bro. Even though you, slightly pranked me, but I'm not going to talk about it. Appreciate you, Bogan. Thank you for coming by. I like it when Sam the Bogan swings by. It's cool. It makes me feel cool. It makes me feel a little bit cooler, oh. You don't like my shagging music? I mean my voting music? It's not a good loop. The loop is rough when it loops back around. Huge fan of dogs. My retirement plan is to open a senior dog rescue. That's all I ever want to do in my life is take care of senior dogs who are in shelters or have been abandoned. I don't know how someone abandons a dog, but that's what I'd like to do in my twilight years, maybe, and have a shelter, I don't even know what to call it, a rescue for old dogs. Headed to bed? Sleep good, Sam Bogan. Sleep good, Sam Bogan. Sleep good, Sam Bogan. Sleep good. Sleep good, Sam Bogan. Sleep good, Sam Bogan. I got no freestyle skills. I'm like Drake. I got nothing. But sleep good, Sam Bogan. Sleep good. Let's see what we're going to do here. Okay, it's number 2. I think it's number 2. I don't think number 1 or number 3 is going to catch up to good old number 2 anytime soon. End in the poll. Okay. So these 2 are going to go away. Maybe they'll be back next week. Maybe they won't. Who knows? Actually, nothing will be back next week because we're not streaming. But here's what we got, okay? Here's what we got. This is one of the most old school atomizers in the history of old school atomizers. In the history of old school atomizers, this is the oldest. It is, can I spin it? Is there the atomic RDA by Masterpiece Custom Vapes in the Philippines. The atomic, New Wave Dave knows. New Wave Dave knows. It's the atomic. Here, I'm going to throw on some lo-fi chill beats while I get at this. And I think we're going to have to do round wire because it's the atomic. And I think we're going to have to do 22 gauge because it's the atomic. Yeah, 26 gauge. No, we're going to go 22 gauge. We're going to do some 22 gauge bangers in here. We might not be able to do 22 gauge in here now that I look at it. We might have to do 25 gauge. We might be doing 25 gauge because this is a dinky RDA. Dinky. And by dinky, I mean... Oh, there's a build in here. All right, well, we're taking that out. I couldn't tell you how old this build is. I don't know if I don't remember the last time I ever built or used this atomizer. Schmurphy's just going to push his way under my desk right now. Because that's where he hangs out. Classic 3-post deck. What millimeter are these? These have to be like 1.5 millimeters? 2 millimeters? Holy shit. These are 1.5 millimeter coils. I wonder if I have to make some 1.5 millimeter coils. I think the best we're going to be able to do is 2.5 millimeter, but I think that might be too big. Shite. All right, hang on. Let's see. All hope is not lost. This is just some filler made by robots. 2 millimeter. 2 millimeter should work. I can't believe I had 1.5 millimeter coils in there. How do I even build 1.5 millimeter coils? All right, and we're going to have to go 25 gauge because 22 gauge would be insane in this. The resistance would be, you know, basically a hard short. Just vaping a hard short. I usually pull off like 6 to 7 feet of wire. Just, you know, for safety reasons. Six to 7 feet of wire is probably I mean, you think my cotton wastage is bad. You should see me build some aliens or some fused Claptons. There's just gobs of wire. Just mountains of wire everywhere. But this is going to be a little 2 millimeter banger. This is just some made by robots. All right. How many wraps, though? That's the real question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wrap? 8 wrap? 25 gauge, 2 millimeter, 8 wrap. Who knows what the resistance is going to be? 25 gauge, 2 millimeter, 8 wrap. Dual coil. This is like the tiniest coil I've ever made. It feels like it feels wrong. It feels completely wrong to be doing this size of a coil. Except I want to put that through the middle, I think. Maybe this RDA is way easier to build than I thought it was. Get you a dog bed. You don't have to lay on the ground. Lay on the ground. Perfect. 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 Now, I don't remember if this was an RDA where screwing the screws too far down would clip your leads. Old RDAs. The first tugboat I ever had actually did that same exact thing. Hang on, that white balance is all off. There you go. That's so much better. Oh, good Lord. What did we do? 8 wrap? I should have done both my coils first instead of one install and then the other install. But hey, what are you going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wrap. Oh. My wife left. She has to go to work tonight. And she left jazz music on for the dogs. And I can hear it playing from the kitchen. Let's see what can be done here. Okay, Serenity now. Hang on. Serenity now. Okay. Barely. 2 25 gauge leads barely fits through that center post. I knew that 22 would be too much. I knew that 22 would be way too much. I have to get in there and cut that shit. Nope. This is just some filler music made by robots. Doom, doom, doom. Out again, pull it in again. That's what she said. I'm going to pre-clip this, actually. Eyeballing it. That's the best way to go. Eyeball everything. Eyeball your life. Measure never, cut frequently. Okay. I can't see. My eyes are broken at the moment. Oh, I knew I was going to lose that screw. Why won't you go in? I guess that's as in as it's gonna get. I cannot get it to go out the other side. Shit. Hang on, I'm sweating. I'm sweating here, V8. Sweating. Whew. Okay. Oh God, did I drop the coil? No, here it is. I might try to Anthony Ramella this in. Hang on. We're gonna Anthony this in. Ah! Aha! Hell yeah! Shit. Yeah! Got it. Nailed it. Got it. You're just gonna have to trust me. Yeah. Boom. Ha-ha! It happened. It happened. It worked. Yes. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. That second coil is wonky beyond words, though. Wonky beyond words. I mean, that's easily a 10 out of 10 install. Once upon a time, we used to deliberately angle our coils like this. Deliberately angle our coils like this. Couldn't tell you why. It's just something we liked to do. Okay, I'm going to try to center these now. Yeah, that middle leg is sucking. This is not a great install, you guys. I know, it's hard to believe. This is not my best work, you know? Huh? That's not a bad little round wire install. I still got some mojo in me. Now, is this coil right here gonna get in trouble with the deck or with the cap? Maybe. Maybe. But maybe not. But maybe not. Let's see where we're at, Clark. 0.3. Okay, that sounds good to me. Okay. It's round wire, you know, so it should glow crazy quick with very little strumming. Perfection. I don't know why that one is heating up so quick. Maybe I'll double check these screws. Oh, uh-oh. Okay. Okay, it's hanging on there. It felt like I clipped the lead. Oh, so much better. So much better. So even. One's really higher than the other? Yeah, I noticed that too. It's, this one's low. Ah, hey, that's not looking too bad. It's only like 80% wonky right now. Yep, busting. Okay. This is just something. Music made by robots. Push them sideways. I did try to center them a little bit. Wow, that one's really high up. That's hanging out there. It's okay. This is still gonna be pretty okay. I'll say right now, this is better than I have ever built it before. I think this is a better build. This is a better build than when I initially bought it and reviewed it. Music made by robots. Now wicking it. That's where. Ooh, this is 2 millimeters. I might have to cut this cotton if I can't pinch it hard enough. There it goes. There it goes. I can pinch it hard enough. Let me ask you this. You ever got crackle on a round wire build? Hell yeah. This is really one of your favorite RDAs of all time? The Atomic? The Atomic was legendary. The Atomic was one of the first, like, really hypey RDAs that I remember being really hyped for. 2 out of 10. Tim. Thanks, Tim. 2 out of 10 coils aren't centered. Look, that's a legitimately honest criticism. Legitimately honest criticism. Paul Cole. If I had some cut wood, I would definitely. Come on now. This is just some filler music. No, it's too big. It's too GD big. We'll get it in there. We'll get it in there. We'll jam it in there. Come on. Yeah, come on. I know you want to. Nailed it. Cotton looks beautiful. Look at that end. Look how great. And by great, I mean, oh, it looks awful. That, and I have the world's dullest vape shears. That's a bunch of cotton. Whoa, baby. Yeah, this was... What was the Atomic? The Atomic was got to be 14. I feel like the Atomic has to be 2014. That's still too much cotton on there. What are you, crazy, Nick? fact, we could probably do something like that. Do something like that. I want to say it was 2014 because I remember a lot of my vapes by obviously where I was when I vaped them. And this was a firm roasting room vape. Oh yeah, these are still even too long. Unbelievable. I was working in the tasting room for sure. And so I think that was 2014. Because I left Starbucks. At the end of 2014. And I don't think this was that is the worst wicking. The overall score for this is, I think Tim's right. It's probably a 2 out of 10. It's probably a 2 out of 10. Maybe less. Maybe, but you know what retro liquid I do have that still might be good? Oh shit. Epic Cloud's caramelized banana? You think this is even still good? It's my last remaining. No. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good anymore. It doesn't taste bad. It doesn't taste peppery or anything. Good. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. Okay, we're gonna try to get these wicks just tucked a little bit. There's just not much, deck. I'm really trying here. I'm really trying. I was a big fan of the caramelized bananas. That was one of my favorite amber juice liquids. Well, this certainly looks crappy. Nicely done, Nick. It's okay. It's a retro vape. This is like a king retro vape. It's supposed to be this bad. This is when vaping was bad, okay? This is when vaping was bad. We thought it was good. It wasn't. Oh, there's a little bit of vapors happening there. Top cap. Sick little top cap. Had an adjustment ring in the middle for a dual coil or single coil. These unthreaded off, Unthreaded off. There's all the airflows. And there was a dual coil, single coil, 2 big holes, 2 less than big holes. Should we try the 2 less than big holes? I never ever restricted this down. But what if we restricted it to like that? I am going for this. I've never restricted this RDA down, ever. I don't think I've ever adjusted the airflow on this other than running it full open. Ka-chow! What up, Atomic? Now, let's put you... Oh, we can put you right here. That'll work. We can put you right there. Oh, maybe. Classic Boro, little top cap, little top cap, little top cap, little deck, little everything. I said deck. Little top cap, little deck, little tiny little. Everything was little. Oh, Did I mess up the airflow? Yeah, of course I did. Of course I did. Yeah, I want these small holes. There's the one I want. Solid ass design though. And like for being so early on, you know, the Philippines, the Philippine vapors were producing rad shit. That was the first like big wave of vape stuff was all from the Philippines. Yeah. Didn't screw it down all the way. Got juice everywhere. Come on, man. Yeah, okay. Now, place it. Drip tip isn't so critical today, you know, but I would like to find something era appropriate, maybe? Is there a Ming? Is there a Ming that can go on here? Look at that! Oh, Ern's here. Happy to see your face, Ern. Hope you're okay. Hope you're okay. If you're napping, then napping it up. It's small boned. That's right, small boned. Small boned. And look, it's just a little short king. I love me some short kings. These rule. Let's see what we can do. Reading to 0.3. Point 0.3 at 30 watts? 0.3 at 30 watts? It does. It does. It does belong on a Panzer. I don't have the MCV Panzer, though. At least anywhere that I could access it, I should say. There's a good chance I do have an MCV Panzer somewhere. There's a really good chance of that. But not anywhere that I could access it. It's probably at the bottom of a box, at the bottom of a closet, under the house, in a different dimension. I don't know where it could possibly be. I did keep some of my favorite Philippine mech mods out. If you remember the Kronos, remember the Kronos that had that sick locking switch? The Kronos was a good mech. All right, we're gonna try this really, really tight airflow. This is restricted lung before restricted lung was restricted lung. I mean, that's good. That flavor's good. I haven't had caramelized bananas. When did Amber Juice close? You know, when did Amber Juice close? It's been years, years and years and years and years and years. Dano, you were on it? 0.3? It's a 0.31, bro. 0.31. Right on. You were spot on. Why is that flavor good? Why is the flavor good? It's not just good. It's, I don't know. I don't want to say busting, but if there was a word that was close to busting but not busting, then this would be the closest to busting you could get without actually being busting. It's like a time machine, man. This restricted lung, the Ming drip tip, the caramelized bananas. Whoa, it is suddenly 2015 all over again. The Zenith Vatu. Look, I have some high-end stuff that I will never get rid of. It doesn't get vaped, but you know, I'm too sentimental of a person, and I get sentimentally attached to everything. You can hear on this side of the airflow liquid against it because the wicks are too big in there, The coil's either oddly placed or the wicks are too big, but I can hear the liquid against the airflow giving like a sound. Probably because I keep over dripping it. What else do you need in life? Round wire, caramelized bananas. That's it. We're done. What a great vape. The Atomic, listen, it's not as rad as I remember it. I'm going to adjust that airflow just a little bit more open, I think. Probably doesn't help that I was over dripping it just because the inside of that deck is mostly cotton. Let's do the one hole slightly more open. That's what she said. One hole slightly more open. That's what she said. Okay, slightly bigger hole. Slightly bigger hole. Yep. That's much more atomic. Much more atomic. Slightly smaller hole. Slightly bigger hole. And even that, the restriction on that hole is intense. It is really, really, really very restricted. I love that I still have this RDA. It's the Atomic RDA, you know? It's been around for years and years. It still kind of looks cool. It still kind of looks unique. Look at me over dripping it. Just liquid everywhere up there. That's fine. You know, liquid, greasy ass, freaking Nick liquid just becomes part of your life. Just becomes part of your skincare routine. Liquid everywhere. I can't believe how well this is vaping with just round wire. And I can't believe how good that caramelized banana still tastes. Feels like it hasn't changed in a day. That's not a saying. Still tastes the same. Still tastes the same. Okay, hang on. When we get to those super chats. Let me get to those super chats. I saw Dave said something. We got Matthew in here with the super chat. Shit, I missed the first hour of the vlog. Thankfully, there's 3 hours left. Yeah. Listen, it's 6 p.m. We're trying not to go way too long. The news and advocacy is bare minimum 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute video, and that's all the news that there's going to be. So we might be able to get back in front of the 8 ball here. But I appreciate you sticking around for the long haul, Matthew. That means a lot to me. New Wave Dave. Next vlog, break out the Squid RDA. The Squidrida? I could break out the Squidrida. The Squidrida dyed all of my wicks blue. It had this blue anodized cap that for some reason or another, maybe it was painted. I don't know what was going on. It turned my wicks blue one time in the Squidrida. But I have to put it on a Camry mech. Yeah, the Camry mech. Or the Camry was a clone. The K100 was a clone of the original Empire, not the GrimmGreen Vapors Cloud Empire with the voltage drop. The real original mech mod Empire was the basis of the clone of the K100. Sorry, not sorry. I still have my Empires, I think. We haven't got out the Empires in a retro vape since like 2020. It's been probably 4 years. Maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, we're going to rock up some news next, Vicky Benji. Keith, don't even trip, dog. Don't even trip. Keith is never late. Keith arrives when Keith intends to, okay? My audio's slightly ahead? Interesting. Let me see. Hang on. Okay, what about now? Maybe this is better. Maybe. I'm sorry. I haven't run into this audio being off, but see if we can. Yes, yep, Dylan. Vape shop in California is also suing the FDA. Vape shop in Oregon, or not a vape shop rather, but I think there was an organization in Oregon representing a few vape shops that also recently won a lawsuit regarding being able to say that vaping is less harmful than smoking. In fact, what we're about to watch with Jim, he kind of goes into that. Jim, the next 15 minutes, you guys, are packed with information, fucking packed with information about the history of this case, where it started, why it's happening. We speculate on what we think the judges are going to do and say. Jim goes into all sorts of information about what led up to this, dating back to, I don't know if anybody remembers the 2010 Enjoy FDA lawsuit that Enjoy won. That lawsuit is going to play a part in this upcoming Supreme Court lawsuit. Literally everything we've done for the last 15 years is going to be included into this lawsuit. There's so many amicus briefs filed on behalf of the vapor industry. The Chevron deference has been pulled down. This is the first case. This is the first regulatory case that's going before the Supreme Court where there is no Chevron deference anymore. That is a huge deal. Huge deal. So let's tuck in, you guys. Let's tuck in. I'm going to turn off my lo-fi chill beats. This video is, it's audio still slightly ahead. How is the audio ahead of what I'm saying? How? How? That's like I don't have a time machine. How does the software know what I'm going to say before I say it? Southern, you know what? I couldn't tell you for sure. Oregon court strikes down a limit on vape pen packaging. Indoors. Yes. The court upheld that this packaging law in Oregon, violated the Oregon Constitution's free speech. They had really strict packaging regulations in Oregon, and there were certain things they weren't allowed to say. And the court recently found that these laws violated Oregon's Constitution, free speech provision. And so there you go. That was a win in Oregon, as far as I know. I'm trying to speed read an article as a dyslexic person, which is impossible. Yeah, here, I'll put a link in the description. This is Reason Magazine, the only news I ever care about. Reason Magazine wrote about it. Okay, so let's get into some news and advocacy. Like I said, this is going to be the only news of the stream. It's 15 minutes long. It's Jim McCarthy from AVM. We're talking all about the Supreme Court, and the information that he's giving us is literally awesome. Just awesome. Thank you so much, Jim, for sitting down with me, for shooting some video, for really getting into it. My hopes are still pretty high about this, and they're getting a little bit higher, so I'm trying to temper them just a little bit, because we really don't really know what's going to happen, just that it's going to happen. And right now, that's kind of enough for me. That's kind of enough for me. So without any further, let's sit down and talk to Jim McCarthy, American Vapor Manufacturers Association.
News, yeah.
That's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do.
Are you mother truckers ready? It's news and advocacy time. Let the truth fire trip.
All right, we are here with Jim McCarthy, and we are here to discuss the upcoming Supreme Court hearing, Triton Distribution, Wages and White Lion versus the FDA. But before we get there, Jim McCarthy, introduce yourself to the people.
Well, it's a real delight to be here, Nick, and you're nice to include me. Longtime viewer and fan, admirer, and
Thank you. I very much appreciate that.
and I am the media relations rep for American Vapor Manufacturers, and I have a boutique PR agency. We have offices in New York City and Washington D.C., and we help. We help a wide range of corporate clients with various issues and regulatory scrapes that they get into, and it's
Sure.
a wide range of clients. And AVM is one of our smaller clients, but
Yes.
by far our most heartfelt. And
Yes.
that's because I myself quit cigarettes with vaping.
Okay. So what's your story?
Yeah, I smoked a pack of Marlboro Lights a day, loved it, and tried a variety of different methods to quit. Same sort of story, and I was an accidental quitter. I had a head cold and tried vaping to sort of do something instead of cigarettes, try to get better quicker, and never looked back. And so I've become an evangelist and
Yes.
and a proponent of big time proponent. So it's a real pleasure to work for AVM and THR.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's cool. And that's a great story. And it's real easy to become an evangelist of vaping, isn't it? As soon as you switch and you see how great it is, you think, well, I'm going to tell everybody about this.
Right. I know. And I'm sure that my count of people that I've saved from cigarettes is much lower than yours. I think I'm at about 15 people right now.
Oh,
but
yeah. Hell yeah.
Nothing gives me greater pleasure than when I can introduce a former fellow smoker to vaping, and when they switch and tell me that it's working for them, it really gives me joy in my heart.
Yes. Same, 1,000%. That's why this exists. That's why GrimmGreen exists. That's why vaping, that's what vaping is to me. And that's why we have to protect it. And that's why, look, some people have been suing the FDA, Jim. I'm not sure if you heard about this.
Yes, we've been following it very closely. And, I'll even give you a little, we're going to talk about the Supreme Court case, but before we finish, I'll even give you a little curtain raiser on another lawsuit that we're about to file against FDA on First Amendment grounds, which is going to be hugely important. But today love to dive into the Triton case, which is in the legal world known as Wages and White Lion versus
Wages
FDA.
and White Lion versus FDA. Yeah, I was never sure. I always say Triton Distribution, but I know it's also Wages and White Lion, so I just say both and make it way too long.
In the legal world, whatever case is on the petition itself is what's going to be used in perpetuity by law schools and scholars and historians that record the case. So although we in Vape World know it as Triton, in the legal world it will go down in history as Wages and White Lion.
Wages and White Lion versus the FDA. So we'll refer to it that way as we would refer to other past famous sort of landmark rulings, which I think this is, I don't know, shaping up to be. But how did we get here? When did this start? When did Wages and White Lion decide this?
The litigation was brought in 2020 after that company submitted a PMTA to the FDA, did all the steps and followed all the guidance that the agency had given them, only to be denied. They got a market denial order, and in the explanation, for the reason that they got denied, FDA said, "Oh, well, you failed to provide all these other various things, longitudinal studies and other aspects." And so the companies brought a lawsuit against them, and in federal court. And it's all the legal mechanism for the case is a law called the Administrative Procedures Act. Basically, they're arguing that federal agencies cannot change the rules in the middle of the game. If they tell you got to do this set of actions or steps in order to comply with the law, and you do them in good faith, the agency can't turn around later and say, "Oh, well, now we've added 2 tests," or "Oh, now we've changed the rules," or "No, we're using metric system instead of inches."
Sure.
So that's the heart of the of what the case is about.
Oh, that's a good leg to stand on.
And then I guess I should add to it, they prevailed at the circuit level, and they sued in the Fifth Federal Circuit,
Sure.
which is Texas, Louisiana, the Southwest, and they prevailed there. Not only prevailed, but the Fifth Circuit opinion ruling in favor of the vape companies was absolutely scorching. And there's a link to, we did a whole thread on this. You can put in link in the description. And what you'll see there is that the court did something very unusual, which is they openly mocked FDA, ridiculed them for the absurdity of their legal argument and the way that they went about the regulations, and just, dragged them. And that's unusual. Very rare that federal judges will do that. And it speaks to the strength of the legal analysis, I think. And of course, every member of the Supreme Court is going to have read that. They know all those. They don't know all the judges of the Fifth Circuit. These are respected legal thinkers. So FDA is coming into this already with, a black eye.
Yeah. I remember reading that. This is the famous Shakespeare reference. And prior to vaping, I had not ever had a radar on anything regulatory, FDA. This is a whole big new world for me. So this is some of the first court proceedings and rulings and, amicus briefs that I've ever read. And I remember reading that and thinking, is that normal? Like, do judges normally lean in and just lay it on like that to a federal agency? This seems like it's a pretty big deal.
It is, yeah. Sometimes they do, occasionally. And there's, in the world of, federal appellate law, as they call it, there's often, witticisms or puns or, sharp remarks that will go viral in that world. But again, this is really unusual for them to put as specific. Like the reason they put the Shakespeare citation in was because they said in the opening line of the opinion that the FDA had sent these vape companies on a wild goose chase. Mm-hmm. And it was just to underscore how wild the goose chase was. They actually went back to the original use of that phrase, which occurred in William Shakespeare's play Romeo and Juliet, and they cited that in the footnote of the opinion, just to really knife on FDA.
Oh yeah.
And again, yes, that is unusual. And at the time, a lot of the legal scholars we know in the federal appellate law were slapping their knee and spitting their coffee. How bad.
I love this, and I love that, and I love that it's kind of abnormal. And so they won in lower courts and also lost in lower courts, though, correct? And that's why Supreme Court is kind of taking up this case because of that split?
Sort of, kind of.
From what I understand?
That's close. There have been a variety of lawsuits against FDA from a range of different vape companies in recent years. And not all of them are located in the Fifth Circuit. They are located in all sorts of other parts of the country. And so those cases were filed in different federal circuits. And some of those circuits have sided with vape companies and others have sided with FDA. And that creates what's called a circuit split. Mm-hmm. And that's important because often what the Supreme Court wants to do when there's inconsistency in the legal interpretation between different federal circuits is to resolve that, and for the Supreme Court to say, this is the way the Constitution and federal law shall be interpreted across all circuits, from here on out. And so that's a big part of why the Supreme Court likely took the case.
For whatever reasons, this is what it's all led to. It's happening December 2nd. What can we expect kind of from this day, how it's going to go, what you're thinking, what's your gut check, what's your vibe check? Take us there.
Sure. Well, that'll be a Monday, and there are two cases that are going to be heard that day. Ours is the first, so it'll be in the morning session. It's going to start at around 10 a.m. Mm-hmm. You and I, Nick, will be walking up the steps of the Supreme Court along with the intrepid vaped crusader Amanda Wheeler.
Yes.
And the president of AVM, Ali Buffner. And
yes,
I got to tell you, that is going to be one of the all-time highlights of my career, because for once, FDA can no longer hide or, use their dumb talking points.
Yes.
Or deceive people. They are going to face the reckoning that is just so long overdue for them. So we'll be sitting in the court, and the way the oral argument works is each side gets 30 minutes for their argument. That's it. They practice and prepare, and they have their remarks on a sheet. But what typically happens is they get up to the lectern to begin making their argument, and usually they'll get only one or two sentences out before the justices start interrupting them and saying, asking questions and trying to probe their thinking and testing the legal merits of the argument they're making. The justices will have read both of the briefs from both sides. They'll have read all of the amicus briefs, and their law clerks, who are pretty much the smartest legal thinkers in the country, will have prepared for them a briefing on the case, which zeroes in on the most important aspects. So they'll be well familiar with it. They don't really need to hear each of the attorneys recapitulate those arguments. So likely they'll dive right into the questioning, and that'll go for 30 minutes each side. And then at the Chief Justice's discretion, after the hour is up, there's an additional session in which justices may ask questions if they still want to continue doing it. And I bet you that's going to happen here. So the overall... Yeah, I think it will, because there's some deeper issues that are in play here. It's not just about vape regs at FDA. This is the first case that will be heard since the Supreme Court knocked down what's called Chevron deference, and that was a legal standard that federal agencies used to rely on, in which they basically said, "Look, Congress can write a law, but we, the smart guys at the agency, should interpret how to apply it. And we're the ones with the expertise, and we're the ones that know the minutia of this, whatever field we're regulating. So we deserve a lot of latitude in how we take what Congress told us to do and actually apply it." Last year, at the end of the last term, the Supreme Court said, that is over. You guys do not get to make up the law on the fly. You don't get to write your own rules. We elect members of Congress for that. And if they want you to do something, then they're going to write it down. The first case in which a federal agency is coming before the court. Now, we don't know what exactly FDA is going to argue. We have a pretty good sense of it, but they're probably going to make an argument a lot like that.
Yeah, seemingly very similar.
Forgive me to dive a little deep for just a second, but
let's go.
There's actually a second legal standard that we think FDA may use, a precedent that's called Chenery, Chenerey. Chenery. And that was a case in the 1940s in which the Securities and Exchange Commission tried to stop a company called Chenery from merging with another company. Chenery said, hey, there's no rule stopping us from merging. And the court said, yes, that's right. There is no rule. You guys go right ahead. So the SEC wrote a rule and said this kind of merger cannot take place. And they applied it retroactively. Oh. And that's likely, the court said, okay, you can do that. You can write a rule and you can apply it retroactively, so long as you write the rule. So FDA is likely going to argue that. They're going to say, hey, Supreme Court, based on Chenery, we're allowed to make up new rules because the vape industry is evolving so quickly. New devices are coming out all the time. There's disposables and there's open systems and there's variety within those, and there's new innovations that are going to happen that we can't foresee. So we need to be able to adjust on the fly. That's likely what they're going to argue. Several of the justices are very concerned about how Chenery is applied. And that includes Justice Gorsuch, who's written about this in previous opinions, in ways in which agencies can argue this. And really what it's going to come down to, Nick, is if agencies are going to write rules that apply retroactively, they have to give notice to the companies that are being regulated and tell them, hey, guys, we're going to get ready to write a new rule about this.
Yes.
They need, number two, prove why the new rule is better than the old rule, and they have to tell the companies exactly what the new rule is going to be and go through the formal rulemaking public process.
Right.
FDA, as we know, that isn't how they do it. They pick up the phone, they call Matt Myers and Tobacco Free Kids and the Lung Association, and Dr. Caleb says, what do you think we should do about this, fellas? And then they write it in private, and they don't tell anyone, and they hide the rules, and that if they try that, if they argue Chenery defense in SCOTUS, I am really expecting that Justice Gorsuch is going to
be into that.
Have you ever seen like a World Wrestling Entertainment when they get on the top rope with a metal chair?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's going to be the legal equivalent of that maneuver, I expect.
Wow. Fascinating. That's really interesting to learn about. I knew about none of that, but that seems like something FDA would pull. Like, no,
Oh,
we can't actually do this and apply it retroactively. And
oh
FDA,
yeah,
once upon a time, did open comment periods for some of their new rules. And then that seemed to
yes,
just completely disappear with all of tobacco. And then in
yeah.
2020, when the deeming, when the date started arriving.
Yeah, you're making a really important point here, which is that FDA has colored so far outside the lines on so many things that it's done. In fact, it even told the Fifth Circuit when it lost the Fifth Circuit. One of the arguments it made there was, we don't even really care how you guys decide this case, because once you decide it, we're just going to go back to doing whatever we want in the first place and denying all these vape applications.
Whoa.
Yes, they like thumb their nose at the court.
Whoa.
Yes, yes, yes. And the Fifth Circuit, in their opinion, you'll see this in the thread we zero in on, the Fifth Circuit just absolutely slam dunked them
Really,
on
very, yes.
that arrogance. And of course, look at the Supreme
Whoa.
Court justices and their clerks are super smart. They know this. They've studied what FDA is doing. Justice Kavanaugh was on the D.C. Circuit Court before he became a Supreme Court justice in one of the very first vape cases in 2010. Enjoy versus FDA.
Yep,
and he
yep.
totally slam dunked FDA for trying to make up the rules back then. So they're well familiar with FDA's, shenanigans. And that's why I think there's going to be extra time in this one, because those guys are going to want to take a Louisville Slugger to FDA.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. As excited as I was before, I am very excited right now. I mean, I am really very excited about this.
I mean, maybe
Just
that's
to
a
be
good
there
time.
to see it happen. I think it's going to be historic, and I'm
Well,
hoping.
let me use another legal phrase, which is
Yeah.
caveat emptor, buyer beware. Let me just caution a little bit about how it could go.
Yeah,
You'll note
let's hear
in
it.
the comments beneath our thread, there's been some, skepticism about what the outcome could be, and we don't know. The Supreme Court could go any number
Absolutely.
of directions here.
Absolutely.
And don't forget, there's going to be other justices. Probably, I'm expecting the three liberal justices, Sotomayor, Kagan, and Jackson, are going to be very skeptical of what
Sure.
Triton is arguing. So we'll have to see. And the ruling
Yeah.
could maybe. I'll give you one other crazy wild card factor, which is there's a whole new administration coming in. And the Solicitor General's office, which argues these cases, and the FDA, which is, at fault here, are going to be changing leadership very, very soon. And
That's
so,
true.
so it's possible the Solicitor General's office might say, when they have a new team in place in late January, say to the Supreme Court, hey, we don't stand behind this case anymore. We are abandoning the government's position. And that often happens when administrations change. So there's another wild card factor that can lead to-
Fascinating. And does the incoming administration, does Trump appoint a new head of FDA?
Yes. Well, he doesn't have to. It's up to him, but he very likely will.
Yeah, he very likely will. Yeah.
Yeah, almost certainly will. Yes. And of course, he just don't forget, he just nominated Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to be the head of Health and Human Services.
Yeah, Health
which
and Human Services.
oversees FDA.
And he uses Zyn, from what I've seen, but has also been skeptical of Zyn in the past.
I mean, it could go any number of crazy directions. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. In the last administration, Trump wanted to outlaw flavors. His wife doesn't like vaping. He has aides that don't. Alex Azar, who was his head of Health and Human Services then, one of the most anti-vape guys you could ever meet. Horrible guy.
Horrible.
On the other hand, Tucker Carlson owns a pouch company, and Trump came out and said positive things about vaping during the campaign, and RFK Jr. could go in any number of directions. It's really a wild card.
What a time to be in it, though. But we all knew, this was all leading somewhere.
I know, and I think that's a great point, because whatever the Supreme Court rules here, the FDA is going to have to live under, no matter who's in charge there, and no matter what the disposition of the president is. And so that's why I'm really hoping that they bring the hammer down on the agency and force them to live by the letter of the law, which means giving applicants a realistic, measurable, legitimate chance,
achievable,
to clear that bar. Yeah.
and nobody's asking for a guarantee.
But it needs to be, a legit test.
Yes,
and don't forget,
I agree.
No one has done a better job, Nick. Much praise to you for all the, the reporting and journalism you've done. But you know better than anyone, these devices are in their mechanical, functionality, have the very same basic, straightforward mechanism. It's not like we're building two competing kinds of rockets or two competing kinds of MRI machines.
Right. It is all based on the exact same premise. And yes, I agree. There's no wild swings and variation, maybe with rebuildables, but it's all the same process.
Right. So if however, small handful, 6 different devices that they've approved already, I mean, if those can get through, then any one of the devices that you have reviewed over the last 10 years
easily
ought to be able to get through.
Easily. Yeah, I agree.
Only last thing I'll add is,
I was going to say, what's the last, you want to throw anything in here at the end?
We will be at the court, and then later that day, AVM is going to be doing analysis and assessment of how the oral argument went. Mm-hmm. And so you can look on our social media for that. And then stay tuned, because AVM itself is going to be filing a whole new lawsuit against FDA on First Amendment grounds, because they forbid us legally from saying to our customers that vaping is vastly safer than smoking and helps people quit cigarettes. The FDA threatens us with fines and even criminal prosecution. And that, many legal scholars think, is a slam dunk First Amendment case. So
I mean, that really does.
Yeah. So we're going to be filing that in coming weeks, and I will keep you closely posted. We'll talk more about that, I hope.
God bless the AVM. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate you coming by, filling us all in, educating us all, giving us your take. I can't wait to see you in D.C. and walk up the steps.
That's great. I can't wait to see you, Nick.
All right, Jim. Take care.
You bet.
Jim McCarthy, everybody. Jim McCarthy, thank you. Thank you, Jim McCarthy, for taking the time to sit down, to educate us all. I learned a lot. My hype level is... Look, my hype level's pretty high. I'm trying to be a little bit realistic. I'm trying to temper my expectations a little bit, but it's hard not to be excited because we've been looking at this for years, dude. Years. 4 years, 5 years, however long this has been going on. And it's not, it's even more than that for me. It's a little bit more than that for me, because I've just felt lately, especially with everything that FDA does, and especially with everything that, American Cancer does, and especially with everything that World Health does, it feels like nobody is being held accountable. It feels like everybody's getting away with everything, and I don't like that. It feels like we live in some lawless world, and no, people need to be held accountable. And I'm just excited to finally see the FDA sitting down in front of the Supreme Court, just like, explain yourselves. Fucking explain yourselves. What the hell are you doing? What the hell's been going on over there? I want some accountability. It's not too much to ask for, and it's gonna save people's lives. It's gonna save people's lives.
F the FDA.
So I don't know how that got in there. That was weird. It happened again.
F the FDA.
My favorite part of that is afterwards he says, it's not funny. Wrong. It's super funny. It's super funny. So listen, this has been building for a while, and it's finally happening. It's finally really happening in like 2 weeks. As Jim said, Allison Bonner. I don't know if I said your name right, because Jim said it a completely different way than I've ever heard it before. And I thought, have I been wrong my entire life? Allison Bonner, Jim, freaking Amanda Wheeler, freaking GrimmGreen. Who saw this coming? Who saw this coming? Not me, but I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to it. And I think temper my expectations, but I've been angry at the FDA my entire GrimmGreen career. There's not been one moment in GrimmGreen where the FDA and I said, hey, good job, FDA. Never. I've been upset with them forever, and I'm so looking forward to this. So looking forward to this. At the very least, like just the ability to go inside the Supreme Court and just be part of the process and see the process happen. And I'm really very excited about that. I'm trying to temper my expectations, but dude, they sued the FDA and now it's going to the Supreme Court. And I feel like this is a huge milestone. This is a huge milestone. This court proceeding, I think, is going to bring vaping back into the mainstream chat for a little while at the very least. Oh, you want to know about uranium? Okay. Let's get. It's boner. It's not boner. Is it really? That's cool. I mean, that's cool. How'd you get away with that for so long? That's cool. That's cool. That's just cool. Okay, so let me shift gears real quick, and we'll talk about this as well. Is there uranium? Is there uranium in your vapes? Well, here's the long answer. Let's go to the desktop. Let's get over here on Twitter X. The Spectator Index. Following no people, 3 million followers. They say, and this is just one of the things that annoys me, I guess, about modern times. Science. They don't provide a link. They don't provide a doctor's name. They don't provide a researcher's name. People just get on the internet and say, breaking. And then whatever fucking shit they just make up because nobody needs sources anymore for anything. Just whatever. Okay, so science. Vaping among teenagers can spike exposure to lead and uranium. Oh my God. With potential impacts on the brain and organ development, according to a study in Journal Control. A study. So confident, they didn't even link to the study. But would you look at this? Here, let's rate this note real quick. Detected levels of uranium are within the range of normal levels found in the population. Okay, so there's no uranium in your vapes. The detected levels of uranium are within the normal levels found in the population. And then here's the... okay, let me real quick fact check this. Yeah, looks good. Okay. This one maybe? Oh, this is the actual study. So we could go down here. We could fact check this as well. But this comes directly from that. Okay, so no, not uranium. The level of lead was lower than found in adult non-users. So they did find lead in the urine of young people peeing out their nicotine. But the level of lead in the urine of the young people peeing out nicotine was lower than if they were a non-vapor. So, no. There's not lead in your pee or in your vapes. And if there is, it's at the same level as a non-user. And if there's uranium in your vapes, they're well within the normal levels found in the entire population. This is in motion. Here, let's, yes, this is for all the reasons. It's easy to understand. It does all these things. I guess it does that. Hell yeah. Nice little community note there on the Spectator Index, who think it's okay just to make up things to their 2.9 million followers. That's unbelievable to me. And best of all, most of their tweets are like this. Most of their tweets are like this. Breaking, just in. Like, yes, this was true, but there's no link to a news article or a source or a site or anything. So because they know that nobody knows anything about vaping, they know they can get on the internet and say, vaping got uranium, lead, you're going to get heavy metal poisoning, until you realize that that's not what's going on here, that you're being hoodwinked. They're just trying to scare you. They're just trying to, unreal. It's just fear-mongering. It's just fear-mongering. And the last thing, U.S. Vape Consumer Survey 2024. I'm going to put that link in the description. I'll have all the links in the description. That's actually it for news and advocacy. And now what I want to do, and you can't stop me, is Guess. You know, if you're into being hoodwinked, then that's between you and your creator. You know, I'm not here to kink shame anybody in any way, believe me. So if you're into hoodwinking, just, you know, hoodwink in good health. Yeah, we're going to do some mail. Yeah, heavy metal poisoning. Also known as just Gojira poisoning. Got just some Gojira poisoning. What? Jundi sent me a package. Freaking Jundi in Indonesia. Yeah, there's no, I mean, and you know, this is something that they do in the cannabis space constantly. They just have the most over the top scare things about weed. They'll find like one case study of one guy who smoked weed, and then it's like, oh, he got gangrene in his leg, but that was from weed. And then they go on an article that's like, this young adult got gangrene in his leg. It was from smoking weed. And then that travels halfway around the world before the truth gets out. Hey now. Oh. Whoa, mama. What do we got here? Jundi. Oh, you're in Dallas? Okay. Well, you're still... I love this. I got some Holy Monkey. Oh, and he got me a purple and green. So we're going to be matchy, Jundi? We're going to be the team purple and green team? Well, the first things first, you know we got some new liquid from Indonesia, Tokyo Series Holy Monkey. Can you even guess? Can we even guesstimate what this is supposed to taste like? 3 milligram Holy Monkey. How do you not, like the Indonesia branding, so dope. So dope. This will come back to America, you know? This will come back. We're going to have cool packaging again someday. I do believe that. Not that we don't now, you know. The underground market, I should say. Still cool. But wait, there's more. Can I show this, Jundi? This is from Advanced Mods, and it looks like, I don't know, an RDA? Everything's individually Ziploc baggied. So there, it looks like there's 2 drip tips. Looks like there's an 810 drip tip. Looks like I have O-rings. This looks like... Oh, no, this is for the Jaka. This is for the Jaka. This is for the Jaka. Is this for the Jaka? Is this for the Jaka? I think this is for the Jaka. I'm going to keep saying Jaka until it becomes true. Advanced Mods. See, I have airflow. I have a top cap. I have a chimney. But I don't have... What I don't have is any sort of deck. I think it's for the Jaka. Jundi, is this for the Jaka? Yeah, it's for the Jaka. Okay. It's for the Jaka? Okay, great. Okay, rad. I was thinking about getting the Jaka out for like a Tuesday vape fiddle soon because I haven't vaped in a really long time. Okay, so we got spares, new parts for the Jaka RTA, airflow, chimney. Is this like a slam cap for it? Send me the deets, Jundi. Thank you, buddy. I love the Jaka. I'm excited about this. I love the Jaka. I'm excited about this. So excited I feel the need to repeat myself. This feels like... What's up, Schworn Shirts? I see you over there keeping it real on Twitch like a G. Appreciate you. There's another package here. It feels like a singular liquid bottle. I'm correct. And it is... Oh, whoa, where did this come from? RX Vape Virginia tobacco. I love a good tobacco. Somewhere in Texas? Cloud's Dream in Texas? Somewhere in Texas? Chill, bro, Baggins. Chillin', bro. Chillin'. RX Vape Virginia tobacco, 3 milligram. I love a good tobacco flavor. Someone take credit for this. This came from someone. Someone wanted me to taste this. Cloud's Dream in Texas. There's no name on it. It's just the... Yeah. Someone take credit quick. Can be anybody. It doesn't even have to be the real person. It can just be anybody. Anybody can take credit for that. I wish I had something other to drink than restaurant soda. Yeah. Hydrate. Hydrate. Hydrate your face. For you, all tobacco tastes like dirt? Really? Really? All tobacco tastes like dirt. I immediately, as a tobacco fan, as a tobacco liquid fan, I immediately want to send you like, oh, have you tried this though? Have you tried this though? Have you tried this though? You probably have. You've probably tried a bunch and they probably all taste like dirt, so I'm not going to push you on it, but man, I love a good tobacco. I'd be bummed if I didn't like tobacco. Helmy. Oh, thank you, Helmy. Appreciate you. This was you? This was J Money Landshark? Was it really J Money Landshark? Was it? Okay, it was God of Mark and J Money Landshark. We're down. I'm down. Both of them. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is a gift. This is literally... Do you want to know what... This is... Yeah, you see what this is? 2 Alexa 6 RBAs. 2 Alexa 6 RBAs. I've been using the hell out of this, loving the hell out of this, and Alexa reached out to me and said, hey, are you going to review that Boro? And I said, yeah, I'm planning on it. I said, I'm planning on it. I picked one up in Indonesia. It's really cool. I'm planning on reviewing it. And they said, okay, how much money do you want? And I said, here's the thing. Can I just get 2 Boros and we'll call it good? Like, just send me 2 more Alexa 6s, and then we'll call it good. I'll do the review pro bono, and you just hook me up with 2 so that I can give these away to my patrons. They needed one. They needed 2. I needed 2 to give away to my patrons because they're so good. So hell yeah. Thank you, Alexa. Shout out to Radix Alexa in Indonesia for the 2 6 RBAs. These just slap. These just slap. They're just good. Super easy to build, super easy to wick. They have rad tanks they come with. So off you go to wait for the yo-yoys. Next week on the yo-yo stream, we'll give those away. Second to lastly, something out of Illinois. It's just my P.O. box. Something out of Illinois. Let's go. Let's open it. Those Alexa 6s are good. Good. Remember to cut towards your vital organs. Oh, thank the maker. Hell yeah, that's cool. Okay. This makes me really, really happy. It's 2 cloud flasks, which are busting. These are literally, again, these are for... Oh, that's coming from Twitter. I hate how that was a clip from Twitter of Destiny talking about his girlfriend. I hate that sometimes I accidentally tap the space bar and it will just randomly start playing a video from a tab that is buried in Chrome somewhere. A tab I haven't looked at in like weeks will just suddenly start playing out of nowhere. So anyway, Cloud Flasks. I still think I'm going to do a review for these, but I got these specifically as well to give away, as well as what's that? Pixo? What's that? Another Pixo? What's this? A Pixo? What's that? A Pixo? What's that? Another Pixo? Hell yeah, Pixos. I needed some new Pixo pods, so I'm going to steal 1 or 2 of these kits, but the rest, these are for yo-yo's. These are for giveaways. This is one of the best, I think, one of the best pod kits of the year. Whoops, don't show those. Sorry, YouTube, that was completely accidental and inadvertent. I did not mean to show those. Pixos. Pixos. Pixos and Cloud Flasks, which I'm still using the Cloud Flask that I got in Indonesia. You know, still going strong. Rounding 400 puffs here. Yeah. Stoked for the Pixos. I mean, I'm stoked, but other people are going to be more stoked because they're the ones that are getting them. Not me. I don't have any reason to have 9 Pixos. All right. This. Yep, Kaz. I had a feeling. It's the Kaz. It's the Kaz. Is 5 Pawns using Metatine now? That's fascinating to me. Wait, hang on, James. 5 Pawns using Metatine now? Have you vaped, or has anybody vaped liquid with Metatine in it? I do actually leave tabs open for weeks. And it's because of I'm an idiot, and I'll click on a tweet or something, and it's like a 5 to 7 minute long video, and I'm like, oh, okay, wait, hang on, I want to watch that later. Happens all the time with YouTube videos. I'll get on YouTube and I'll be like, oh, I want to watch these 4 videos, and I'll open them all in new tabs, and then I won't watch any of them. And I'll remember that there's 4 videos that I want to watch that are all open in their own tab, and then I won't watch them, and then more weeks go by and I don't watch them, and then eventually, you know, it'll get to the point where Chrome has so many tabs that I can't see even like the little emoticons on the tab itself. They're so packed that I have to go through and like, why did I have this open? Why did I have this open? And then I'll try to quickly like watch a video on like Twitter. I'm like, I don't care. I don't know why I had that open. It's been open for way too long. So it happens. But I'm also a doom pile person. Do I have any other doom pilers here? I haven't been a huge fan of the Metatine myself personally yet, but I think I need to spend more time with it. You just broke the Nord 4. Is the GT5 or the 5 better? The Nord. Top Trev. I'm not a huge fan of Nords. And if you're looking for something restricted lungy, like that you're going to lung, that's a small battery like the Nord, then Vaporesso, Lux XR Max or Lux XR Pro, I feel are superior to Smock and the Nords. That's where I would go. Maybe someone else in the chat are going to have a better suggestion for you, but that's what I would say. Yeah, there's a little bit of mixed reviews on Metatine. Yeah, a few mixed reviews on Metatine. So Metatine is not, it's basically a loophole liquid, right? So it's, I can't remember what websites had them, but it can be a nicotine substitute, if that makes sense. It supposedly offers similar effects of nicotine, and it's a nicotine alternative. Metatine is literally just a product of prohibition, you know? Like if we could have been using nicotine, then we would be using nicotine. And they're like, nope, you can't do that. So we're like, okay, synthetic nicotine. we'll just use synthetic nicotine. And they're like, nope, you can't do that. And we're like, okay, meditine. How about fucking anything else? And if they say no to that, then the great thing about the illicit market is it's resourceful, you know? So something else will eventually come along that could be better, could be worse, wouldn't need to exist if FDA just regulated the damn products. So that's kind of where we're at. I have a few bottles of liquid with meditine in them, and I've clouded them, I vape them, and I don't know. You know, it doesn't feel super as satisfying. It does have a little bit of an effect, like in that I don't feel like I need to continuously vape it like it's zero nicotine. I was vaping it, and I went, okay, well, I feel good now. We'll put it down. I guess it did its job, you know. I guess it did its job. But it's interesting. It's an interesting way to, you know, get around arbitrary and capricious FDA regulations. That's, you know. All right, Kaz, what do we got in here? Oh, shit. These are some locking drip tips. Oh, shit. I know what this is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You see what that says? Unknown. Oh. It's happening. It's happening. Hang on. I'm opening it upside down. It's the glitch. It's the glitch. It's the glitch, dude. I got a glitch, Kaz. Kaz. Hell yeah, Kaz. Oh, shit. And it's engraved? Get out of here, bro. That is so... Thank you. Look at this. Look at that. You see that little GrimmGreen right there? And it's even green? Like it's like slightly greeny? That's just cool, Kaz. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Kaz. Thank you times 1,000. Thank you. The glitch. We got a glitch, RBA. Well, I know what we're doing on the fiddle. We're gonna glitch. Ooh, but what do I see? This causes more problems just because, you know, I'm assuming that all nerdy hobby vapors are like this. But as soon as I get something, as soon as I see something, I'm like, all right, well, what are you going into? How do I maximize the coolness of this? Where do I put the glitch to make it so dope that it's undeniably just the dopest thing ever? It's a little 6-ish. It's a little etherish. I like that we're going sideways on the, whoops. Oh, that's a snug little fit right there, glitch. Sick. And I have airflow pins, and I have a non-GrimmGreen cap. Why would I ever use that? There's a clear guy. There's a locking nut drip tip. Hell yeah, glitch. Boom. Thank you. Kaz, Merry Christmas. Thank you, man. I love you. I can't thank you enough. That is so cool. That is so sick. But wait, there's more. Well, look, we got some battery wraps. We have a what are they? I know I say it wrong. Deshi. There's a note in the bag. There's a note in this bag or in the bag. Battery wraps? Stickies? Oh, wait, I can't show those. Those have a web address on them. Stickies? But okay. Oh, this is a really nice bag. That's like a really nice bag. It's really soft on the inside. Get your head out of the gutter. Okay, let's do the rundown here. Boom! Whoa! Sugar moon pie? Velvet custard pie finished with cream. Custard pie with cream? Custard pie with cream? Modern cream puff pastry. KT's treats. Blueberry Rice Krispie treats. Blueberry Rice Krispie treats? Good night, Veggie. Good night, Vicky. Good night, Vicky. Little D's oatmeal cream pie. I think I've had that one. And then lastly, the Sullies. Kaz. The Sullies. The Sullies is. Hang on, I didn't see a note in here. I didn't see a note. Is there a note? I didn't see a note, Kaz. I just see stickies. And some glitch coils and a glitch. I don't see a note, buddy. I don't see a note. Where is it? Is it in here? Well, if there's a note in here, you hit it really well. Oh, he did hide it really well. Holy shit. How did you... That was like David Blaine levels of illusion happening right now. Hey, Nick, happy holidays. It's your end of the year. Kaz box included is in an unknown RBA from my brother Ross over at Unknown USA, along with a patch from Lyonk. Yeah, Lyonk. Lyonk.com. From Lyonk. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. No, that's not the website. Lyonk. And some extra goodies from Unknown. You also have some new goodies from FDH as well. The codes included are for the RBA. Love Kaz. Damn it, Kaz. I love me some Kaz. Thank you, bro. Thank you forever. Thank you for eternity. I can't wait. Look, there's some in here I've never vaped before. We got a glitch. Rubber. What is this? This is a little clear cap guy? What is this? Oh yeah, that's the glitch. That's the original OG top cap. All right, sick. So sick. Kaz, you're a hell of a guy. You're just a hell of a guy. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Rad mail. That was a rad mail. That was good. Besides gifts from Jundi, we got Alexa 6 RBAs to give away, you guys. We got Cloud Flask to give away. We got Pixos. I got a glitch to build. We got a whole mess of new FDH stuff. Busting. This has been busting. The coils are these, I don't know, they're unknown coils. Good Things Glitch. Let's see what they are. Oh, it looks like they're specifically for the glitch RBA. Yep. The G coil by Duty by Dottie. 3mm 4 wrap. Come out to a 0.3 to 0.37. G coils. Oh, Schmurphy. Hang on, buddy. Can you hang on? I believe in you. I know you can. Damn good mail. So good. Too much. Yeah, well, God of Mark, here's the thing. I really do have too much liquid, but I also really try to spread the love around. We do Boosh boxes every Wednesday with the patrons, and I throw liquids in there, and I pull liquids out of here. I pull liquids out of everywhere. I really do try to spread the love around. And I mean, that's why I asked for RBAs from Alexa. I'm like, nah, just, like two 6 RBAs would be dope to give away. And that's what they agreed to. So I said, okay, that's cool. I got a Cloud Flask, Yeah, see, here's the thing. Schmurphy might actually need to pee. So what I'm going to do real quickly, it's 7 p.m. We're getting done early. This is only 2.5 hours right now, you guys. This is we're really cranking through this. We're going to do a very random liquid tasting last, and I'm going to take my dog outside. My wife isn't home, so I'm going to take Schmurphy outside, see if he needs to pee or anything like that. Just give me a minute or two, and we'll be right back for liquid tasting. In fact, let me do this. Let me put the poll in the chat for the liquid tasting. Stings. And I don't even have them picked out yet. So let's throw this one in there. Tobnacco. That's how I spelled it, and I'm sticking to it. Let's try this one. Hang on, buddy. And then let's try... Ooh, how about you? And then let's do... How many can I do? Oh, I can only do 4? Okay. There's a poll entering the chat literally right now, okay? We're going to... So the first up, Stevie's Collective Skeleton Key. Or Stevie's Collective Chaos. Stevie's Collective Chaos, which is a strawberry custard cookie. We also have a JMW Skeleton Key that I have no idea what it is. We also have a Fuji Apple Banana. Rest in peace, Fuji. I'm still trying to taste that apple banana. And then we're going to do this. We're going to throw a tobacco on top, the RX Vape Tobacco. So please vote. If you don't vote today, then you don't get to vote. That's just how it is. Funky, okay? Let me take Schmurphy outside, and I'll take this box outside, and I'll be right back. Promise. Come on, let's go outside. Come on. Oh yeah, he peed a ton. He peed a fire hose out there. Let's see, where are we at? Skeleton Key. Did Steve-O do another campaign? Did he do another voting campaign? Did Steve-O do another? It's successful. It's successful. All right. Good on you, Steve-O. You know, good. Wow. 50%. 48%. Your only competition really is Stevie's collective chaos. Skeleton Key is pulling ahead. Pulling ahead. You love to see it. Now, Steve-O owes you all a bottle of Skeleton Key. Is that what he said? I can make that claim for him. I think I speak for Steve-O. He says, thank you. He's going to send you all a bottle of Skeleton Key. I'm just joking. That's probably not going to happen. But seriously, it is pulling way ahead. I don't think anything's going to touch it. There's not a chance. I'm just going to end it because it has such a serious lead. Serious lead. Yeah, long live Frank and Atticus. I'd love to see Frank and Atticus come back again, you know? All right, I'm ending it. And it looks like Skeleton Key. Okay, so what's my, maybe don't tell me right now what the flavor profile of this is. Maybe don't tell me right now what the flavor profile of it is. And we can guess ourselves. Freshly rebuilt, rewicked Valhalla Rada. This is an RDA I don't use very often because I don't love it. I don't know why. I haven't always gotten along well with the Valhalla Rada. But we're going to go for it in here. Did I send a blank chat? Fascinating. Okay, wait, what am I smelling here? Lime. This is lime. Oh my God, this is lime. Okay, I'm just going to turn this down real quick so we can see the hottest dripping action. Too far, too close. Too far, too close, to everything. Yes. There's the Valhalla. Those coils too high? Probably. Who knows? Let's see some hot blowing action. Right through the middle. Right into the airflow. You love to see it. Maybe that's why I didn't get along with the Valhalla. That went straight into the airflow. Look at that. Right in. Thank God for surface tension. Thank God for surface tension. Let's see, what do we got here? What does this camera looks like? It's in slow motion? Like this is the cinema camera? This is lime, and I am here for it. Gotta be key lime pie with a name like Skeleton Key? Okay. I mean, I know that too, but why do you think that that should be a thing, Michael Redfern? Does lime and skeletons? It was also the night that the skeletons came to life. The worms are their money, so are their bones. They pull your hair up, but not out. Get another chance at life. You get another chance at life. Otherwise, they're just bones. You blend your Valhalla and it doesn't come out the airflow? I refuse. I refuse to believe that. Oh, I guess if it's top-down airflow, so it doesn't pour out, right? It's top down. I'm an idiot. It's top-down airflow. And it goes through the little ultim chamber on the inside down to that little hole. And that's how it works. And this is how I adjust the airflow. Well, let me turn the airflow down just a little bit. Okay. Michael. Florida, pirates, treasure chest, pie. It just makes sense. Okay, I mean, I see where you're going with that. It is obvious that a skeleton key would be a key lime pie. I guess skeleton key lime pie? Skeleton key lime pie? Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Here we go. 0.11, 75 watts. We'll have an inaugural toot. Off the knuckle was tasty. Tasty. Unreal. All right, I'm gonna vape this. I'm gonna sit with it just for a second. I'm gonna turn my microphone off so you can't hear me. This isn't a dangle clack. This is real life. Okay. Here's the thing. Steve-O. Oh, no birthdays yet either. Oh, shit. Should I do babies? Should I do birthdays? Here, let's talk about skeleton key real quick. Before we do birthdays, let's talk about skeleton key. Steve-O? I don't know, whatever, how you do it, sorcery, witchcraft, alchemy, or otherwise, but this is delicious. This tastes like, I don't get pie. I don't get pie, but I get like key lime pie filling for sure. It's creamy, like there's whipped cream on top. I don't get a whole lot of like bakery crusty components to it. But I don't know if it goes that heavy on the bakery crusty components, but it goes heavy on like that creamy key lime. Like if you had a key lime pie and you ate it with a spoon instead, that's this. It's very slightly tart. It's mostly sweet, but it's very slightly tart. The lime has like this sweetness, tartness thing going on. It's delightful. It almost tastes like, I don't want to put people off and say lime peels, but it's very limey. It's very limey. Hang on, God of Mark. Yeah, I got Seamus. I got you. God of Mark. And I got Lunchbox. And I got Lunchbox. This one goes to Dan. All right, listen, Dan and Steve are really whipping up some magic. You know, I can't even. You're a crusty component, Sleepy. There, that's the crusty component I was missing, Sleepy Nate. Damn it. Birthday of Legion's Lair? Really? Is it Legion's birthday? Legion. Hell yeah, Legion. Yeah, light on the crust. Creamy key lime. Creamy. Zest. Yeah, zest, Anthony Ramella. Zest. Zest. It's got lime zest for days, just in spades all over the place. Put it in your face. Skeleton key. Skeleton key, skeleton key. Oh, yeah. That's terrifying on every level, Kingpin. Definitely for your mom. Yeah, definitely. 100%. 100%. If you're the praying, pray for King Rebel's mom. Strokes are scary. I'm pretty sure, I'm convinced that's how my dad contracted Parkinson's, was from a stroke. Awful, bro. Yes. Everything that I can muster for your mom. Jenny. Hell yeah, Jenny. I'm just calling you Jenny because your last name I find just a little bit intimidating, and that's okay. I'm just calling you Jenny. Skeleton key. It's a key lime explosion. It's creamy, it's rich, it's sweet, it's lime, it's tart. There's a little bit of crusty component underneath, but it's not too much. It feels very well balanced. Like this is almost a fall feeling vape, dude. It's almost a fall feeling vape to me. Almost a fallish feeling vape. It's summery, you know. It is summery. I'm trying to do some mental gymnastics in my head to justify vaping this during the cold weather, but I feel like this is a first day of the pool vape, you know? First pool day vape. And why do I like the Valhalla now? When did that happen? I don't know when that happened. Just tonight, I think. And here's the thing. Skeleton key, it's a little bit throaty. But the throaty is on the exhale, which is my favorite kind of throaty. That's the best throaty. On the exhale. Give it to me all day long. We'll stay hydrated. We're not going to drink any soda. We're going to sing happy birthday. That skeleton key just, I don't know. I felt like I got a B12 shot. I feel like I have energy now, you know? I feel like we could do another 3 hours. No problem. I mean, actually probably some problem. The reality is I might be able to pull a second vlog right out of my ass right now. If I had to, gun to my head, they said do another vlog. I could probably we definitely have a retro vaping. We definitely have a liquid tasting. I don't have any mail, but I have plenty of news. There might be some more birthdays. I could grab another beer. We could do another liquid tasting. I could theoretically, gun to my head, pull another vlog out of my ass right now, but it wouldn't be high quality. You know, it would feel thrown together. It would be janky. Let's sing happy birthday. I thank you, everybody, for singing along with me. I know that you do. I just know in my heart that you sing along with me. It doesn't make me feel so awkward. I appreciate you guys. It is soft throat approved because it's on the X. You know, it's on the exhale. Let's sing happy birthday to the birthday people. Happy birthday to you. 3, 4. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to them. Happy birthday. Sea Moose. Forgot how happy birthday goes. And Sea Moose and Lunchbox and God of Mark and Legion Vapes, 'cause Legion sent me, and then Jenny. Happy birthday to you. Skip around the room, skip around the room. You know what to do, you skip around the room. Skip around the room, got nothing to play. Skip around the room, you skip around the room. Skip around the room, skip around the room. It's like a ride cymbal. Skip around the room, skip around the room. Skip around the room. Happy freaking birthday. Happy freaking birthday. Celebrate it. Make it your day. Do literally whatever you want. That's what birthdays are for. It's like the purge, man. You just do whatever. You walk into a Starbucks, you just start eating stuff. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? You're like, it's my birthday. They're like, oh, sorry. Pardon me. I didn't realize it was a birthday. So yeah, birthdays. Do it. Love it. Love you guys. Happy fucking birthday. That's rad. I like birthdays. You know, it kind of feels like I get like a little bit of a birthday just every time. And thank you. Someone said that my flannel was super dope. Yeah, zip for everyone. Thank you. This is from Dixon Flannel Company. Not sponsored content, but I buy a lot of their shirts. And this, surprisingly, is the Uranium. This is the Uranium shirt. Yeah. I got you in there, Lunchbox. Happy birthday, because you're going to be birthdaying while I'm not streaming. And so I had to get it in. Had to get it in there, you know? Had to get it in there. All right, guys. This might be it. There is a little bourbon left for me to chew. Let's chew. Blow out. Damn, guys. All right. Let me take a quick look. Make sure I didn't forget anything. I don't think I did. This looks good. We got everything. We drank the soda. We did the boxes. We got the Pixos. We got the Glitch. We tasted the liquids. We did the news. We're going to the Supreme Court. All right, guys. That's it. This is it. We're done. I'm done. This has been a damn hell-ass fun stream. We accomplished a lot, and that was all like good times. Good times, you guys. Thank you for showing up every Thursday and making this a fun stream. I love seeing you guys every week. I say this every week, but it's like we get the band back together and we see the familiar faces and we just get to hang out and stream, and I love it. I literally love it. I love everything about it. I love putting together the vlog and doing the segments and Kitchen Guy. It's fun, you know? It's fun. So thank you guys.
Whoa! Maggots! Maggots! The maggots are falling like rain. Maggots. 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 The maggots are falling like rain.
Rest in peace, Odorous Urungus, you scumdog, you. But the maggots will continue falling like rain. This is the last stream before the Supreme Court. Next week is Thanksgiving. I'm going to D.C. We're going to the Supreme Court. All of us. I'm taking all of you on my behalf. I will be representing you guys, the vapors, the vape community, the Grimm army at large. I'm bringing us all there. And we'll see what happens. My only hope is that accountability is is dispensed and that justice is served. That's all I can hope for. You know, that's all I can hope for. And so that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're not streaming for 2 weeks. But we're going to the Supreme Court, and I'll be back in December, and we got some vlogs, and then we got the end of the year, and we got Christmas, super chat.
Clucking the chowds.
Good looking out. Who said super chats? Good looking out. I don't know who that was. Queen Honey Bunny? Seamus, with a wee baby, said it. I got a burp in here that's, you know. There, yeah, it's going to come out. Dee Dee, damn it. guardedly optimistic, but hoping for the best possible outcome. The vape community is well overdue. Hope you all have a great Turkey Day. Hell yeah, Turkey Day. In fact, we're doing a Turkey Day this year. We might not even do a turkey. We're going to do Thanksgiving just sides, maybe. This is the discussion happening right now in the house. We all love the sides, but we just have the turkey as like, well, it's Thanksgiving, right? Turkey. We might go turkey-free Thanksgiving and just do sides, which I'm kind of super on board for, Dee Dee. But yes, guardedly optimistic, hoping for the best possible outcome. We are way overdue. I can't remember the last time that we as the vape community or as an industry got a real big win. You know, we've had some flavor bans blocked, sure. We've stopped some taxes, sure. In some states, vaping's a little bit more open and not super hostile, but in other states, it's really, really bad. And it feels like we've just been getting beaten over the head for the last, 5 years. And so there needs to be a comeuppance, and I'm cautiously optimistic, but justice does need to be served. Ashley Smith, my boyfriend and I are celebrating our 3rd year anniversary. He would love a shout out. Ashley Smith, I'm shouting you out. You didn't say your boyfriend's name, even though he's the one who really wanted the shout out. That's okay. Ashley Smith's boyfriend, boosh. Bump that fist right there. Happy 3 years. Happy 3 years. Thank you. I love you guys. Ashley +1 at the vlog. Ashley +1. Happy 3 years. I love it. I love, you know. I love it. I'm just a big fan. And QHB, finally, the sassy fox. Hey, I love you, QHB. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, QHB. I don't think there's anything else. I think we're good. We're doing a Jaka and a glitch on Tuesday, and I'm really excited about that. We're good. We're good. I don't know. Maybe I think we are streaming on Tuesday. I think we're going to stream on Tuesday. It's not too close to Thanksgiving. That's it, you guys. I'm done. I'm all vlogged out. I got no vlog juice left in me, and we're going to wrap this up. So thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming out after, Thursday after Thursday. I love seeing your faces. I love doing the vlog. I like that this is a place where it feels like a bunch of people can kind of come together. And that is really more important than a retro vaping or more important than a liquid tasting. Like, sure, those are the mechanisms, but really the people is, that's what I love. That's what I care about. That's what I care about. So peace out, you guys. Be excellent to each other. Be excellent to yourselves. We're going to say goodbye, as we always do, with my BFF. It's own boy OC. He believes he can fly. He does. He's told me. He's saying it to me on the phone. He believes he can fly. We can believe in ourselves for a second. I'll see you in DC. Peace.
I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky any time of year. Dun 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 dun. I believe I can fly.